Brian Matthew from Verico The Mortgage Professionals in Kingston, and welcome to Mortgage Straight Talk. In today's video session, I'm going to talk about the truth about mortgage brokers and the truth about the mortgage brokerage industry. In a recent survey, it said that mortgage brokers accounted for about 27 to 30% of the mortgage market, which is fantastic considering what happened to us originally and how long we've been along, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But the interesting part was that 70% of you did not know what we do, how we do it, and our value to you as a lending partner. So, this video series, The Truth About Mortgage Brokers, is going to give you an inside look at our industry. It's going to give you an inside look at what we do, how we do it, and what we can do for you. So, to understand our industry, we have to talk about the history. Now, I can talk about that because I'm one of the old dogs. I've been around for about 22 years. So back in the 1980s, 1990s, I call it the dark ages, the mortgage brokerage industry at that particular time was known as the lender of last resort. If you couldn't get approved by a bank, you went to a mortgage broker, and a mortgage broker charged you fees for what you did. There was no national organization, there was no provincial organization, there were just a bunch of mortgage brokers across the country that if you couldn't get financing, you went to a mortgage broker. That changed in 1993. In 1993, a group of individuals got together and formed the Canadian Institute of Mortgage Brokers and Lenders. That institute, or that association, was designed at that time to raise the profile of the mortgage brokerage industry, to promote a standardized code of ethics, to promote self-governance, and to promote training. There was no such organization at that particular time. That organization evolved into today's organization, which is called the Canadian Association of Accredited Mortgage Professionals. The Canadian Association of Accredited Mortgage Professionals has standardized training, a standardized code of ethics, and they have also a designation called the Accredited Mortgage Professional designation. Today, that association represents 12,000 members and 1,500 member companies. Those companies are insurers, lenders, and suppliers such as appraisers, and there's 1,500 companies involved across Canada. So today, the mortgage brokerage industry has evolved out of the dark ages into not the lender of last resort, but quickly becoming the lender of first resort. Now, that's the national association. There's also provincial associations. There's the MBABC in BC. There's the AMBA, Alberta Mortgage Brokers Association. And in Ontario, there's also the Independent Mortgage Brokers Association. In Ontario, we are very heavily regulated by the Financial Services Commission of Ontario. They lay guidelines out. There's an act called the Mortgage Brokers Act. And the guidelines tell us what we can do, how we can do it, when we can do it. We're very, very heavily regulated. So you can be assured that when you come into a mortgage broker, that you're going to find somebody that is basically going to look at everything they do from your standpoint, protecting you. Personally, I've been in the industry for 38 years. I was 16 years with a chartered bank. I spent 3 years in between that. I call it my lesson in how not to run a retail store. And I've been 22 years as a partner with the Mortgage Professionals in Kingston. I hold the Fellow of the Institute of Canadian Bankers designation. I'm also an accredited mortgage professional through CAMP. I'm also a residential mortgage specialist. I also hold a designation as a certified professional mortgage broker through the Independent Mortgage Brokers Association of Ontario. I'm also one of the original founders of CAMP, who met in 1993 to create an organization for mortgage brokers across Canada. Our company was recognized in 2009 by the Canadian Association of Accredited Mortgage Professionals with the AMP Award of Excellence, which is in recognition of our training and our dedication to ethics and training over the last 20 years. In 2010, we were very fortunate to be chosen in a Reader's Choice Award as Kingston's best mortgage company, and in 2011, just recently, we were chosen by Canadian Mortgage Professional magazine as Canada's top mortgage brokerage company. So that's a little history behind our industry, a little history behind myself and our particular company. In my next video, I'm going to tell you how you should shop for a mortgage broker and the things that you should be looking for when you want a partner who's going to adopt and take care of your mortgage for life. I'm Brian Matthey, Verico The Mortgage Professionals. This is Mortgage Straight Talk.